What's up, fam? It's your boy CJ. Listen, we're back for another edition of Create Live with CJ, live here on YouTube. And I got my family with me today. If you guys don't know, you guys are in for a treat. I'm here with Marquise and Teresa Boyce. What's up, fam? How y'all doing?
Ladies first.
I'm doing great. How are you?
No, yeah, we're doing great over here as well. Listen, we're here to drop some gems, give some people some great information on how to make money using membership sites. We're going to be talking about a lot of things, a lot of value today. And but real quick before we even get into that, tell the people who you are. Go ahead and do the introduction. I'm gonna start with Teresa, and then we'll go to my brother Marquise.
Hey, yeah, I'm Teresa Boyce, CEO of Automate Your Hustle CRM. I started way back when with Healthy Mom CEO and Successful Single Mama. I help so many people make their first dollar online, and that is what truly drives me is to help others make their first dollar and see that cha-ching and that success that they can have.
Awesome. And my name is Marquise, founder and CEO of Side Hustle Mentor, founder of Automate Your Hustle. My goal online has been to make tech simple for people to scale their business. So I'm definitely glad to be on your show, my brother. I think we have a great one for you to talk about how people can make more, work less, using some concepts that we're going to be talking about today.
Cool. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. And just so you guys know, as always, in those multicast streams, so we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitch, we are on Facebook, surprisingly to Teresa, and we are also on X, which is formerly known as Twitter. And so let's just get right into it because I love starting the show talking about social media, content stuff, and things like that. And then we're gonna get into like the meat of the potatoes of it real quick. But this is a couple of things I want to throw out there. So you guys probably know about this, but if you haven't, right now Meta has introduced this new AI tool, that is now to the front of everything that they're doing, whether it's Instagram, Facebook. And the thing is that you can't turn it off. Like that's what people are kind of like up in uproar about right now. They're like, what is this? Like, how do people feel about it? And I was kind of like, you know what? Let me get you guys' opinion on it because obviously AI, it's at the end of the day, it's not going anywhere. It's here. It's not about the future. It's now. And this is like one of those examples of you can't run from AI. It is going to be a part of our lives. Like, and how do you initially feel like when you hear that, hey, this tool right here, Meta AI, you can't turn it off. It's on your platform. It's all in these apps and it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's funny because I was just telling Teresa a couple of days ago we were running setting up some Facebook ads, and I hadn't set up a Facebook ad in a little while, and I noticed that it was just AI features everywhere, and it was like required. They're like, you're going to be using our AI for targeting. Like you couldn't even say turn it off or ignore it or whatnot. So I just think that that's just par for the course. It's not just Facebook or Meta, I should say. There's a lot of other apps out there too that we use. Like one is like a project manager tool called ClickUp. Everybody's incorporating AI into their tools these days. And of course, if you're a member on their platform, it's going to be something that you basically just kind of like forced to use, or you just leave the platform or whatnot. But I think that it's to our benefit, to be honest with you. I think it helps get to answers faster, as long as you know how to utilize it. And I think, especially as business owners, if you're not even trying to use AI in your own business, you're already behind, because like I said, AI is here now. If you're just thinking about it, or I'm going to try it out someday, you're already behind. People are doing so much of AI now that you might want to get it ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I agree. I think that you want to be able to use it as a starting point. I know a lot of people when AI and ChatGPT first came out, they were like, "Oh, that's cheating." That's not even your brain. But I think like it's a good starting point, and it's your input. So the AI is only as good as you input into it, and then it's not instead of staring at a screen for so long trying to figure out what do I need to write today, and then you don't do anything, is a great place to start and to input your own knowledge into it and make it even better.
Yeah, I totally agree. One of the things that's funny, this is a one of those topics where I was it comes up every day, but I was talking to Coco the other day, and I said, hey, we want to come up with a theme for Ebony for Weekend, for example, right? It was like a theme for Miami. She's like, well, what's the theme for that, CJ? And I'm like, well, I could go straight to Chat GPT and go to these places, but I was like, I don't want to rely on it, right? I was like, I'll go to it, but I don't want to get to the point where I get lazy or my brain power gets to be less than on my, the ability to just come up with stuff and just like, be creative if I rely on the tool too much. So it's like one of those things like if I got stuck though, and if I'm a time crunch, I definitely want to use that, but I don't want it to be like my everything where I become brain dead. If that makes sense, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what is the theme for Ebony Miami?
For Miami,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And so right now we're still working on like keeping it around 303, something about catch the wave, something like that, something around the vibe of Miami. So that's kind of where we're going with it. And so by the end of the week we'll have something, but it was like when she came to me, I was like, yeah, I could put something straight up in here, but I didn't want to right away. And so that was just one of those things. But with the tools, like you said, with Meta, it ain't going nowhere. It's definitely a thing we got to get used to. I want to throw one or two more topics real quick before we go into some other stuff, and that is Instagram is now broadening because I don't know if you guys know it or not, but hashtags, for the longest were being pushed. Everybody was saying, hey, use 30 hashtags, use 25 hashtags, and all this in your content. And for the last year or so, it's been more so like, do hashtags even matter? Do hashtags even matter? And then I start, telling people like, hey, hashtags matter, but you got to be very, very, strategic with it. Meaning like you don't need to use like 3 or 4 or 5. Like you don't need 30 because then you're just confusing the algorithm. People just start what they call hashtag stuffing, just putting everything out there just to try to get views. And people still do it to this day. But one of the things that Instagram is doing is to try to broaden that search because they realize people were saying hashtags don't work. They are now, instead of it just being top posts that show up when a hashtag is searched. So for example, if you type in CRM or you type in how to make money online, or you type in fitness or whatever, those only the top posts would show at, that's how it would be. Now they're trying to broaden that search into just where more things will show up, not just reels, but carousels, pictures. And it's not necessarily based on just ranking. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that's a thing that they should do? Would you prefer it to be the top ranked post? Like, what are your thoughts on that just in general when you hear that?
I mean, I think personally hashtags have their definite place, especially just because if you're genuinely going to Instagram looking for something, having the ability to be able to search for something and actually it shows up and works, that's a good thing. Because otherwise you're just basically just scrolling until you find what you're looking for or whatever. So I think being able to expand outside of just top posts, just give people more options. And it's one of those things to where once they do expand broaden discovery, they'll be able to test it for a while and see how it works. Maybe people just navigate towards the top post and maybe they go back to that functionality. But I think overall it's a good thing because it just helps because the platform is so big. There's just so much content being created. It just allows more visibility to be shown up, especially as us as just business owners are using it in our businesses to get our content out there.
Yeah, I agree. I did hear about them going more keyword versus specific hashtags. And I think it just goes with like a user and how you're used to going into Google and just typing in what you're wanting to find and then being able to rank. I think it helps the lower, me, I'm trying to grow my profile and my
Yeah.
Instagram and all the things. So it's like,
Mhm.
for me, who is just learning all these things and not being able to be the biggest brand out there, I feel like is going to help me being able to be searched versus shoving me down towards the bottom because I don't have,
Mm.
thousands of followers. So,
No, I feel you on that. That's honestly one of the reasons why a lot of people don't want to create new accounts these days. And that is because they feel like they can't compete with everybody else who's just got that much stake in the game, right? It's like,
mhm.
what are your chances of even ranking or being found in the Explore page? Um,
Exactly.
by the way, I see Melanin Monroe. What's up on Instagram? And like I said, I know it's weird because we're so many different places. I'm like trying to watch all the channels. There's people here, there's people there. But shout out to you over there on Instagram land. One more topic before we go into today's presentation with you guys, and that is this is one that I know I talked about in the previous show, but I was like, I want to get you guys' opinion on it too. And that is the Instagram chief says follower accounts are not a good indication of account value. He says that follower counts matter less than views and likes. I understand why people focus so much on follower counts. They're prominent and easy to find. But if you really want to get a sense for how relevant an account is, look at how many likes they get per post and how many views they get per reel. Like, what do you think about that? Do you feel like that's an accurate assessment, or you feel like that's still even kind of vanity metrics? Like, what do you guys think on that?
I definitely think that overall, just looking at somebody's follower count singular is not a good indicator of their value. I mean, let's be honest. We know how it was on Instagram years ago. It was the Wild Wild West. You could just go to websites and buy you 50,000 followers for $200 like it's nothing.
Oh, I don't even say was, because people still do it.
I mean, hey, I'm just saying. I just know it was a lot easier back then, and a lot more websites out. That's all they did was just boost your followers and stuff like that. But I definitely think that overall, likes and comments are getting you a little bit closer to value, especially comments, because people are having to take the time. It's like stop the scroll. What that does is basically take someone and shows that they're interested in it, and even more so than that, when people like saving your posts. I think that's another metric as well. That's super not vanity, when people actually like saving your post to come back to it is also. So I 100% agree that follower accounts singular by themselves is not a good indicator of value.
As somebody with only 311 followers, and if you are on this live, go follow at the Teresa Boyce. I am
yes.
Up my follower count. I 100% agree with that. And I've seen a few people talk about that. One, because people used to buy followers, or they still buy followers. And, the people who work behind the scenes in a lot of other brands are starting. And I think like the creator economy is coming out. People are more, they're more pressed to go on live, do videos, as they see other people go on live and do videos. So I think more people are coming from behind the shadows of others and coming out, which they have a lot of value. And so don't just, not listen to them or believe in them because they don't have a lot of value. Maybe they're just now coming out and coming behind their own problems and the own things that has held them back. Because that's why I refuse to come back on Instagram, because on my Facebook has a following. My Facebook has the numbers and the following. So I was afraid to come over to Instagram, but that's where I want to kind of grow and blossom on. So it's like, don't discredit them because they don't have those thousands of followers. Follow them, and they probably will teach you something new.
Yeah. Listen, one thing that came to my head though, Teresa, while I know this is gonna be random, be like this guy's all over the place. But you remember the show Deal or No Deal, and the banker? I feel like this is the view of the banker. Like this thing of me behind me, like I'm just facing this way. I feel like I'm the banker.
You are, because you couldn't see his face, right? It was behind the face.
Yeah, you just see him nodding and stuff like that. Real quick, I see you, Coach Dro. He says CJ Fire, I appreciate it, bro. And he says about to knock out some content happening with y'all. Listen, I appreciate you coming on. If you don't know, this is literally, we're about to do a quick presentation on how to, if you don't have a membership site yet, Coach E, you might want to stay around for this one, or for sure catch the replay, because we're about to literally talk about a dope software CRM that these two people right here happen to own, and they're going to tell us about it here in just a few seconds. So and by the way, on my platforms, everything you see I'm making, everything Fitness Online University, all that is using their software. So we got some gems coming up. So definitely appreciate you tapping in. So with that said, let's just get right to it. I know that with membership sites, with people who need websites, people who need just systems in place for business, because there's a lot of things that content creators do and business owners do when it comes to releasing content, when it comes to email lists, when it comes to text message lists, when it comes to landing pages, when it comes to surveys, when it comes to forms, it comes to like invoicing, it comes to all this. And it's like, how many different softwares do we really need to like do all this stuff? Because you start thinking about it, it's like, damn, I'm spending all this money. How am I actually going to make money if I got to spend all this stuff? Like, Teresa, tell me, like, how what kind of things that you guys can offer, or what do you guys suggest that we do to kind of like put all that stuff together?
First, I suggest is knowing exactly what you need, because I feel like so many people out there are trying to sell you the next best thing. They're trying to sell you all the things. And I feel like it gets a lot of people overwhelmed. It gets a lot of people thinking they need to go in this direction, that direction, up here, over there. So one, you need to find a platform with mentors that you trust and value that they're giving you in the direction that they're giving you. Follow one person in one space at one time, so you're not all over the place confusing yourself. I think that you need to know what's the revenue goal that you want to achieve. So if you want to hit the next 10, 15, $20,000 in your business, what's the fastest way that's going to get you there? So you need to know, okay, am I going to do high ticket sales? Am I going to do high volume, low ticket sales? Do I want to spend a lot of time in my business? Do I not want to spend a lot of time in my business? Do I want a mixture of both? So there's a lot of questions that you need to answer in yourself. If you always want to reach out to us, we will be happy to answer those questions along with you. And then with that, it's once you figure out what is your goal in your business, my answer is always you need one platform, which is Automate Your Hustle CRM, because we offer all of those things and services in one place. So you're not having to go over here and get an email platform. You're not having to go over there and get a text messaging platform. You're not having to go over here and do funnel building. You're not having to go over here and do course creation. You're not having to go over here. And then how do you track the analytics? How do I connect this platform with that platform, with this platform, with that platform? And by the end of the day, am I in the negative? Am I actually making money? So, it's like, I feel like all of that goes into play. And just knowing that you are following someone who understands all of that and can help you reach your goals fastest is most important.
So I feel like that was a great thing that you just said. Now let's even go even like more basic than that. For someone who doesn't even know like anything, it's like when you say like mentors and things like that, why would is it more so for people to like when they say, hey, you know what, I don't even know, is it because they need the mentors because it's difficult technically, or is there another reason why?
I feel like you need a mentor because you want someone who can get you to where you want to be fastest. So a mentor is just someone who you can think of a teacher as a mentor, someone who's going to guide you to the place that you want to be. So in business or content creators or wherever you're at, if you want to, let's say you want to make $5,000 in your business, you want to have someone who can help you show you how to get there, because otherwise you could be like me or Marquise way back when, and you're just spending years upon years upon years trying to figure out yourself. And if you can fast track that to where you don't have to, and you can just have someone be like, hey, here's the blueprint of what I did, and you can just run this and do the same thing, or we can tweak it along the way, and I can help you get there faster than the 15 years that it took me to get here. Let me show you all of the ups and downs I've been through. And then all you can have is the ups, basically, and I can help get you there faster. That's why you want a mentor. That's why you need actually a mentor in business, because unless you went to business school, got a business degree, and did all the things, and you understand what your business is. Usually most of us, we love to do something, and we're like, hey, let's sell the thing that we love to do. And the business side of it isn't what we know. So understanding and having someone in our corner on that end is the most beneficial. Oh, yeah. I got a sound.
Yes.
That's the point.
Yes. Hold on, we got another one.
He's on fire. I was going to say, she said everything that needed to be said on that one.
For real. So I know so you guys are just tuning in. Just know we're about to do a quick little presentation. I'm gonna share the screen, and I guess is it gonna be you, Teresa, or Marquise is gonna go through slides of both of you guys together?
He is going to go through the main slides, and then I'm going to piggyback off of whatever he says. I'm good at interrupting.
So I would say if you want to, when you want me to go to the next slide, you could just say next, or you could just nod, and then I'll just do it.
Okay, awesome. Well, once again, we are glad to be here today. Just recapping, Marquise Boyce, Teresa Boyce from Automate Your Hustle CRM. Today, we're going to be talking about how you can unlock your digital potential by learning how to create predictable income and scale your business with a membership funnel. And of course, if you don't know what a funnel is or a membership funnel is, we're going to break that all down for you. And I want to kick this off by one of my favorite quotes out there. You can get everything in life you want if you just help another people get what they want. That's why we're here on this call today. Our goal is to obviously grow our businesses, but first, we want you to grow your businesses first as well. So, it's all about what we put out, we get back. And who is this for? So this is going to be for business owners who want to add monthly recurring revenue to their business without having to do one-on-one services. This is huge. So instead of just going out and just getting one client, they pay you once. No, this particular method we're going to show you is that client actually pays you for a particular membership month after month after month after month, to where now you're not having to trade your time for dollars anymore with those one-on-one services. Or this is for people who are already making money selling other people's products, and now they want to build a product of their own. That's actually kind of how I started back in the day, around 2014, as an affiliate marketer, which means that I sold other people's products and I got a commission of it. And then I later transitioned to building my products of my own. So that's the category I would fall into. And then, or this is just for people who want to create a profitable community, especially if you are a creator or an influencer and you have an audience online and you're looking for ways to, monetize that and, be able to create a community with your fans and followers. This is a great way to do that also.
And that's pretty much you just pretty much described everybody who's watching this show. You're either a creator, you're a business owner, or you literally want to make money off of, something, so one-on-one service or something. And so, yeah, this is right up our warehouse. All right, let me continue.
All right. So about us. So just to repeat, my name is Marquise Boyce. I'm an automation coach for entrepreneurs and founder of Side Hustle Mentor and also Automate Your Hustle. My goal is to make tech simple to scale your business. I actually did do this automation stuff in my former life for a company called NCR as a software automation tester. Then I decided I wanted to retire from that life. And then I wanted to also take all those lessons learned and show smaller businesses how bigger businesses operate using stuff like automation and systems. Me and my wife, we both have our own automation software platform, which we'll be talking about here. It's called the Automate Your Hustle CRM. I am a featured writer for Entrepreneur Magazine, a couple of articles out there on talking about employee overwhelm and burnout and why you need automations and systems. And I'm also a Zapier certified expert too. Zapier is just an automation tool, probably one of the most well-known out there, and I've been able to write for them as well. Most recently, book author, have a book called Automate Your Hustle, 6 Ways to Get Your Time Back with Automation. Most recently as well, new father, recently married in May of last year, almost a 1-year anniversary coming up. And we moved to Georgia last year also. So within the last year and a half, we had a lot of big moves and big things going on in our business. As you can see, money loves speed. So that's why we're all glad you're here with us today, because we're going to show you how to implement some speed in your business too.
Yeah.
I'm focused, man.
You're like, what?
Hey, I'm Teresa Boyce. And as you know, we love speed, but we also love stepping outside of our comfort zones as well. I'm Teresa. I have created Healthy Mom CEO and Successful Single Mama in the past. I am now the CEO of Automate Your Hustle CRM. I've helped many entrepreneurs make their first dollar online. And I'm also a mama of 3. So I have learned how to leverage my experience juggling motherhood and entrepreneurship. And I like that bringing that into my coaching and mentorship, because I also know that we all can't just be on 100 all the time. So I need, you need to learn how to have work-life balance and how to be there for your kids plus your business as well. So I like to bring that into my coaching, helping other people have that space as well.
Did I take that picture or did Marquise take that? I can't remember.
I think I 100% don't remember.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know.
I feel like
I think we were out in Mexico all taking photos, so I don't know who took it.
Because I remember taking a picture of him right there, and I don't know if we were just drunk, and I could hear Marquise in my head like, "Hey, you're better at taking pictures than me. Take it."
I mean, hey, I'm not going to deny it. All right, and so just an overall, what we do is we teach business owners business process automation, and that encompasses, marketing automation, sales automation, and then also the fulfillment of your products and services too. So all that automation from end to end in your business. And our framework, we call it the Freedom Engine. So if you follow us online, once you join our challenge, once you read the book, you'll see that all of what we do is around our framework called the Freedom Engine, because that's at the end of the day, that's what we all aspire. We want to make money, right? But money is just a byproduct of the freedom that we want to basically live life on our own terms. And that is 3 core components. You have to be able to market, you have to be able to sell, and you have to be able to fulfill. These 3 things make up basically an engine. Like, think of your car running. If you don't have one of these things, then the car is just going to sit on the side of the road. So that's why our Automate Your Hustle CRM is so valuable, because it includes components and functionalities around these 3 things. It helps you market your business by being able to create websites and landing pages. It helps you sell more products by being able to use stuff like automation workflows to create like text messages and emails to follow up with people who came through your marketing system. And then also helps you fulfill, because once people buy, now you got to fulfill on your order. And that's what we're talking about today, is with membership funnels. Basically, having a membership site is a way to fulfill, because when somebody buys your digital products or services, now they can go log in to their membership area, and you have completed that circle, and it just goes over and over again, and it just runs on autopilot.
You know what? I just want to piggyback off that real quick, because our thing is called the Freedom Engine. And I just heard someone talk about this the other day on a YouTube video, and it wasn't one of yours, CJ, unfortunately. It was like, if you wanted, like, if I was to give you $50,000 or $1 million, or if I said that you would get that tomorrow, or tomorrow you wouldn't wake up, which one would you take? Would you take waking up tomorrow? Would you take the million? And everyone says, I'm going to wake up tomorrow, obviously, so it's like time for, money freedom is great, but time freedom, having the ability to do the things we want to do, and having the money that we want to have to live the life we want to have, is so important. So we don't want to have the money and have all this stuff, but we have no time to do anything that we love. It's so important. So we don't want to have all this stuff, but we have no time. How did that just happen?
What? I hear echo, but I think what you were playing in the background.
I haven't touched my phone. All of a sudden, I started playing out of my phone. That was crazy. Okay.
No, you're good. So when you said that, Teresa, I swear to you, I seen that same video, because in that video it's a perfect analogy, because like you said, no one's gonna take the money over the time, but you had the way he framed the question was perfect. And that's just the perfect thing that you're talking about. Like, we're trying to get time back. You're never going to get time back, and you can never get more. You never can buy more of it. Exactly. So this is what we're talking about here. By the way, Keish says, "Hey fam, fit with Keish."
Hey, fit with Keish.
Yes, and if you guys are joining in at any platforms, just drop any questions in the chat. If you're not sure, if you hear CRM, you don't know what that means. If you hear them talk about a platform or a software or something that you don't know, you have a question about anything they're talking about, just drop it in the chat as we're going through this.
All right. So now it begs the question, why do you even want or need automation in your business? Just think of yourself as a business owner. Somebody say, hey, you really need automation. It's like, okay, why? Or what is it? So this is where we're going to kind of break it down, what automation is and why it's definitely more of a need than a want. And the need of it is because, overall, starting a business sometimes can feel like the easy part. I know, at least for me, when I first started a business, it did. You can say, hey, I'm in business today. I go get me a little LLC, you start everything. But then the hard part is the comparison, how it is actually to market your business and get clients. It's easy to say shop's open, but it's very difficult to actually get people to come into the shop. And especially, for, like me and like Teresa, like yourself, CJ, and many other people, there's only so many hours in a day. And all of us were working, 9 to 5 jobs when we kind of started this journey. And outside of that, for me, it wasn't even 9 to 5. It was sometimes 9 to 8, 9 to 9. It was very full time, very demanding. And then this was before COVID, where you know how it was. We had to be in the office every single day, back to back meetings, working with customers, working with clients. So trying to actually start a business while you actually still had a job was very, very, very difficult. And, some people have children. I didn't have children when I first started this journey. I do now. So now my time is even more scarce. And so that's why I say automation is a need unless you want to burn yourself out and jump off a cliff somewhere. Automation is a smart way to take some of that labor off your plate because there are certain key things that you need to do for your business to grow. It goes back to when we talked about you need to market it, you need to be able to sell, you need to be able to fulfill. And using automation in all three of those areas is going to take some of that hard work off your plate. So say, for instance, if, a client, buys a product from you, you don't want to be the one that's sitting down and sending them a welcome email one by one every time somebody buys a product for you. You can have an automation set up to where somebody buys, it automatically gets sent to them, even if they bought it at 2:00 in the morning. So that's why no need. It's definitely, it's definitely not a want. It's definitely a need unless you want to, like I said, just jump off a cliff. And I don't think any of us wants to do that. And then also having automation in our business as well, it now allows us to focus on other things. So instead of doing all these manual tasks like following up with clients or potential clients or sending emails, now you could be out working on other things like developing your brand, creating new assets, and also, creating partnerships that's going to help you go to the next level instead of doing like those $10, $5 hour tasks in your business. And if we wanted to just define automation, fancy word, but at the end of the day, it's really just the use of software and technology to aid your sales and marketing so you can repeat repetitive tasks. So that goes back into where I was saying before. So say for instance, somebody buys something from you. You want to send them a welcome email. You don't need to be the person sending that email every single time. You can use some automation software that's going to be set up that's going to always do that for you. So now you've just eliminated a task for yourself that you no longer have to do. But you as the business owner, along with mentors and coaches like us, do need to know how to set up the tools so they run in the background doing these tasks you normally would. Because me telling you that automation is cool and you need it is one thing, but you do have to be able to set it up or, like I said, work with people like us to help you set it up.
Yeah, I would just throw this in here too, is that when it comes to automation, I would say at first I was kind of like, I was like most people, like, I don't really want it. I don't really need it. And then it comes to the point where we start scaling out Fitness Along University or other things. And Marquise would integrate these softwares with Zapier and others where it's like, well, instead of me taking something from our community, having to download a video, edit it, upload it somewhere else to be converted and compressed and all these things, manual things I was doing, he just made it simple. And well, he would just have the video download off of Zoom, move over to Google Drive and email it to everybody who needs it instantly, right? Instead of me having to go through like 4 or 5 things and just little things like that. He's talking about like that stuff in your business. It's just a game changer. And honestly, it changed the way I operate throughout the whole week because I just dreaded that whole process.
Yeah, I would just say also, I think a lot of people are afraid of the word because a lot of people like myself at the beginning aren't tech savvy and it feels like it's overwhelming. It's like, I don't know even what to do. A lot of our clients we work with, they'll come in and they'll be like, I'm just overwhelmed. I have things over here. I have things over there. I don't know how to connect the things. I don't know how to import my contacts from ScanStore over to here and I don't know how to take this over here and put them over here. And then how do I, and then with that, and then I think it also ties into not also know how to market your business and do email marketing on top of that and how to do sales processes and all these things go into it. And it's just like, I don't need it. And so it's like, no, you want it, you need it. It's just who are the right great people to teach you and help you do it. And also being able to be coachable to learn those things and being able to implement it. Because if you're just like, I don't need it, you're really just holding back your business from fulfilling bigger and better business goals in the long run, honestly.
Yeah, I totally agree. And just the being intimidated is the main thing. It's like, I don't know what I don't know. And so that's why I think it's like you said, being in using a software with support and having you guys kind of like be able to, help through that, the comfortability of it and realizing it's not as daunting of a task as what they think.
Yeah.
No. And so just going back into and just defining it a little bit further, automation, it allows you to find customers faster because it can be working when you're not working. I can have, my website or my funnel set up and people could be coming around 24 hours a day and it's just always firing. So it allows me to find customers faster, onboard people faster because I'm not having to just manually sending out one-on-one emails. Stuff like notifications being sent out and letting people know that they have access to certain things. I mean, these are all very important things that ultimately, once again, increases your customer loyalty because now people have such a good experience working with you. Every time they, bought something, everything that just kind of met their expectations along the way. There was no long wait times, and then it just overall increases your loyalty. So automation is one of those things that, the sooner you implement into your business, the better for not just your business growth, but also just your personal self as well, because now you've given yourself a lot more time to do other things.
Okay, I have a question for you, CJ, before we go on to the next one. Where in your business where people buy from you, when do you think your customers most likely to ask for a refund or to cancel with you?
I went on mute. I muted myself. So where do I feel like they're most likely to?
Yeah. So like between the time they buy until, let's say, they leave your program because they've completed it, when do you think they're most likely to say, hey, I want a refund? Or
within the first 48 hours.
100. Well, between the time they buy and their next interaction with you. If they do not have a good experience with you as a customer, they are more likely to have buyer remorse. So if you don't have those immediate automations in your business where they get almost instant access to their products, where they don't hear from you, they're like, did I just get scammed? Am I not getting my thing? So then they're more likely to have a chargeback or want a refund because they don't feel like they got a good experience. So when you have automations and they buy, let's say at 2 a.m. and they just randomly saw you on YouTube and they're binge watching your stuff and they're like, oh my gosh, I need to buy access to their thing. But then they buy and then like it's Tuesday, 3 days later, and now they still haven't gotten an email because you're swamped because you're manually sending out everything. They're going to have a bad experience and they're going to ask for a refund on that. But if you have an automation set up where they immediately get, hey, thanks for buying, you're going to next steps, here's your next steps, here's what you have to do. They immediately get the login information, they get access, they have a better buying experience and they're not likely to ask for a refund or a chargeback on that.
I mean, she's killing it right now. I mean, I don't even know why we're here, but but I know that is a perfect, and I'm glad I answered it correctly because I was like, I feel like she's testing me because it was like I do feel like at the beginning, like you said, like when you think about when I buy something, if I don't get an email, like imagine buying something right now, going anywhere online, any credible place, at least you think is credible, and you don't get an email after your credit card just got charged. You'll be like, what? Ain't no way. This is legit. Oh, I'm gonna be nervous. So like you said, if I don't get an email within that first 24 hours, I need my refund. I need a charge back.
Exactly. So you're just kind of easing their mind. They're thinking you're legitimate in business. They believe in you more. You've kind of upped your authority in their mind. They're going to kind of listen to you on the other end of that. So yeah, 100%. And then otherwise it's like, no, give me my refund. Netflix would never give me, like, I would buy, I get instant access, especially in the day and age where we have like a 6-second attention span.
Oh
I
my
need it
God.
now. So yeah.
Netflix, imagine Amazon, like
Ugh.
these places, you don't get an email
You missed
saying you
my
got a
24-hour
confirmation.
delivery.
It's over. They're on the
Refund.
call,
Where's the
like, what?
person?
I'm just trying to think, when was the last time you actually ordered something online and didn't get an email and you were okay with it, or you
From a
weren't? Like, when
small
was the last time
business
that
who didn't
happened?
have automation set up.
There you go. There you go. Or they could have. Or another thing you guys can always speak to is like, what if they went to spam? They could have went to the
Yeah.
spam folder. That could be a thing too. That's a whole another whole topic in itself.
That's
How
a
to
whole
manage
nother
that,
show.
right?
Yeah, that's a different show. Tune in later. But yeah, so we talked about just automation overarching, but now let's boil it down to the specifics here of creating like a membership funnel and how it's going to make me money. So a funnel is basically a series of web pages that you can put together to take someone down a journey to buy a particular product or service. And so when we say membership funnel, the membership is what you are selling as the business owner. So, say for instance, CJ, we have Fitness Online University. That is a membership to where personal trainers can learn how to grow their business online. And as part of becoming a member to that, they get access to training courses. We have weekly masterminds. We have hot seats. We have coaching sessions with the students. So, you can have different types of memberships for different types of things. One membership idea that CJ might have down the line is like the content creator membership. So where, as a content creator, if you want to learn how to create engaging content, you can join my membership for X amount a month. And I'm going to shoot exclusive content that I'm not going to put anywhere else. It's only for people in my membership. You're going to get stuff like templates, behind the scenes, the best apps I use. So these are different types of memberships. If you're a personal trainer, you can have a membership funnel as well to where you store all your best workouts for your members. Or if you do stuff like challenges every single month, you can charge people a membership fee, a subscription, so they can join each and every month. And then they have access to all their videos. So that's overall what a membership is. So when you say that plus a funnel, is basically putting together now a system so you can sell it. So what our goal is here is to show you how to put this together in your business where you can create a membership and then also have a system to where people can actually buy it from you. So everything I just said boiled down. A membership funnel is a strategic tool to convert your audiences into loyal paying members. And this is what's going to provide you sustainable and recurrent revenue for your business. And overall, how it works is like this, just from the left side to the right side. When we think about a membership funnel, if someone comes to your page as a visitor, like say, for instance, we're posting online, hey, join my community. They come to your page, they put their information in, then they go to a sales page. And then once they go to that sales page, of course, some people are going to buy right away. And then some people are not going to buy. And for the people who don't buy, we're going to be sending them emails to send them back to the page to make sure they buy. And then once they buy, we make sure that we send them a confirmation email instantly. They get access to the membership area. And then they get access to the community area where they can, network with other people. And then going forward, you can just continue to check in with your members on a month-to-month basis, do stuff like surveys to make sure your community is growing. But that's overall, technically kind of how a membership funnel really works. And we got a little surprise for you at the end of this, where we're going to show you how you actually built this process out here.
So I want to see if I can actually just show you something really quick. Let me see if I can do this. If I can share my screen so you guys can see my screen now. This is so we're again broadcast on multiple places. Ashley said smart, and she said gems you guys are dropping. So I just wanted you guys to see that. So shout out to Ashley.
Hey, fam.
So yeah, shout out to her. So we're gonna keep it going.
All right. So why choose a membership over other models of selling stuff? And when I say other models, I mean to say, for instance, instead of selling memberships, selling like one-to-one, where you just buy something for someone one time and then it's over with. Well, the reason why we like memberships, first and foremost, look at that. That's what a lot of the big companies are doing these days. And the reason why is because it's predictable revenue. Netflix, all these different companies now have just like memberships or subscriptions that you buy. And one of the good things about it is for us as small business owners, it's very easy to scale a membership without having additional workload, because really you're building out your membership area. You're going to have stuff in there like videos. But once people join, they have access to that stuff. They don't really need anything from you. Now, unless you do like maybe like we do it for FOU, like a weekly coaching call or whatnot. But even still, that's like one person and then all your members or whatnot, or you can either have help. So it's easy to scale that up without increasing your workload. Because if you wanted to take more one-on-one clients, well, that's a lot more of your time. Say for instance, if you got 10 new membership members one month, that's really not that much more than just taking in one new member, because they're going to have access to all the stuff once they buy. They don't need really anything from you. But if you try to take on 10 new one-on-one clients, you're going to burn yourself out. There's no way you're going to be able to have a great customer experience with those folks, because you're working with 10 other people at once. Your quality is just going to go down. And, it's just a beautiful situation, because especially if you have an audience of people who already like your stuff, they're already bought into you. They're already your followers. They're already your fans. And they probably will pay a little bit more to get exclusive content from you. So if you're already creating good content, in your particular field, and now you say, you know what, I'm going to have an exclusive inner circle or exclusive membership that you can join where you only get my best stuff, then a portion of those people are going to join it. And then once we show you the math, it really doesn't take that much to see some huge growth in your business.
Yeah, and I just want to add on, if you have a big following and you're only like selling one type of way, adding in a membership model is not only another stream of income, it's also where you can give them early bird access to more different tickets or different classes you're about to have. It's like a pool of people who have already bought into you. They're already paying you to be a part of your group, and they're probably going to buy again. So you're making your own little hub of people where you're just growing your business, where you're not having to pitch out to Instagram and get crickets, where no, you have a warm market of people who have already put their credit card down. Like, I trust you. And now they're going to buy from you over and over again, not just in the membership model, but other things that you do. And if you give them and treat them well with like exclusive discounts, exclusive workshops, exclusive things within the membership, now you're just also having them bring in more people as well for you. So there's just like nowhere you can end with having this. This is just like a really good starting point.
And this is one of my favorite parts, Let's just break down the math and you'll just really see how simple it is to grow this to some astronomical numbers, depending on what type of lifestyle change you want to have for yourself. So imagine yourself, you just, came up with an idea. You want to launch a membership site for $97 a month. Let's take FOU for an example, right? $97 a month. It's a membership. With 10 members, you're already earning $970 a month, so that's almost $12,000 extra a year from just 10 people, right? So let's say you get up to 50 members, 50 members, your monthly revenue jumps up to $4,850. That's almost $59,000 a year from 50 people. And now let's say you get to 100 members, 100 members, you're looking at $9,700, almost $10,000 a month, over $100,000 per year. And just let's look at how big your market is out there. If you are like with CJ, and Fitness Online, there's more than 100 personal trainers out there in the world. There's thousands of personal trainers.
Millions.
There's probably hundreds of thousands of personal trainers in the world. You don't got to get all of them, right? You only need to get 100 if you want to make yourself, 6 bands a year. And if you want to go higher than that, the sky's the limit, But it just goes to show you, and the beauty of this is recurring money. This is just money that is just happening every single month. And all you are doing as the membership owner is just create new content that's exclusive to your people, giving, discounts, things of that nature, stuff that the people in that community are going to want. And it doesn't have to be $97 a month. It could be $47 a month. One of my buddies, his membership site is $197 a month. Regardless of what the fee is, the math works out in your favor every single time. And even with 10 members, even with 100 members, your workload does not 10x. It just does not. So like I said, you couldn't take 10 people probably for one-on-one services a month. You damn sure probably can't take 100 people for one-on-one services a month. But with a membership model, it makes it possible.
And the best thing about that, if you have 100 members in your membership, if you're one-on-one, you're the only person having to serve them. You're the only person having to give them answers and give them clues. But if you have 100 people and everyone's not going to come in at the same time, so you're going to have more advanced people and you're going to have new people. So at that point, you have the more advanced people helping out the newbies coming in. And they're like, hey, I'm just getting started. They're on the coaching calls. Maybe even in your membership, you have where like smaller groups are getting together and they're doing like work things or they're doing networking and stuff. They are helping each other grow. So now it's not only on your shoulders as the owner of the membership to grow your company and get results for your people. Now they have a collective of people where they can get feedback. They can ask, hey, does this make sense? And it doesn't solely, fall on your shoulders. And then now if you also have 100 members in your membership, but then let's say your one-on-one costs like $10,000 or $15,000 to work with you. All you need is one out of that 100 members every month to have a $10,000, $15,000 a month to work with you. Hey, I don't want to work in this group coaching or group membership anymore. I want you to come and help me hand select. So now that's how you can easily be like, all right, to work with me one-on-one is going to be X amount of dollars. And then now you can easily kind of grow that from your membership without having to really do any much more work than just saying, hey, book a call and let's see if we're a good fit.
So overall, like I said, the math is in your favor. Mm-hmm. And, we definitely want to talk about some proven success that we've had with some membership funnels. So if you go to the next slide here, one of them obviously is going to be super familiar. Screenshot here, I guess when we made our first subscription through the CRM here. Fitness Online University, we started this back in 2020?
Yeah.
So literally, I can say we practicing what we preach. That's a membership model that's been running for 4 years now. We've affected so many different personal trainers, health coaches, fitness professionals' lives who's came into our membership, into our community in so many great ways. So like I said, it's not at all so that you're just making money too. That's also a great part of it, but you're really actually impacting people's lives and making a huge difference. And Fitness Online University is going to continue to grow. It's not going anywhere. Now we're actually ready to relaunch 2.0. We're making it better. We're working on getting more people in, making the system a lot better. So we practicing what we preach. And then another membership that we have as well was called Leverage Over Everything, that I built with a friend of mine. It's in the credit repair business funding space. With this one, we did almost 6 figures in less than a year from completely from scratch. So like I said, memberships are very powerful. Within that community, it was so much information that you just couldn't find. You could try to go to Google or YouTube and find stuff like, hey, how do I fix my credit? Or, hey, how do I get business funding? Or you could just become a member of Leverage or Everything. And we got roadmaps on how you fix your credit, get business funding, pretty much all the way to Z. So it almost goes back into that mentorship mindset as well. When you have a membership, you're also kind of like a mentor in a sense too, because you're just curating and taking a lot of the good content that people notice out there, but you putting it in one place for them. So it's easy to find and it's also exclusive for them as well.
Yeah, we have so many people right now that are building out memberships. We have Kiki Black, who's building out a membership. We have Brittany with the Fit BBL building out a membership. We have another lady named Lisa building out a membership right now. So we're watching so many build out these membership platforms for them. And there's so many different ways you can go high ticket, low ticket. just don't think that you have to fit inside one box. Whatever works for you and your business. We've seen it, we've done it. We always say just put it out there and see where it falls and how we can improve upon it. So, it can be based on your business, how you feel, and be in alignment with you for sure.
All right, so I mentioned earlier, as I showed like more of a technical slide of how a membership funnel works from start to finish. Now it's like, okay, how can I learn how to build one of these for myself? Obviously, talking about it is one thing, showing other people's results. Now the proof is going to be in the pudding. We wanted to invite you guys to our Automate Your Hustle CRM 5-day challenge that's going to be starting next Monday on the 29th of April. And over the course of these 5 days, we're going to show you how to create or refine a membership offer if you already have one, show you how to customize a membership template that we're going to give you, from our Automate Your Hustle CRM to fit your brand, and you can use that template. And also we have other templates as well. And a lot of them, you could just go in there, change your colors, change some of your words, but it's going to make it a lot easier than starting from zero. We're going to show you how to set up all the automations that you need, all the emails, to making sure that you're following up with people. Like it goes back to where I said, selling on autopilot. And then lastly, we're going to help you test and launch everything, so we don't want to just put something out there that's buggy. We're going to show you how to test it, give you our launch checklist to make sure that it's fully functioning by the end of the 5 days. And the best part is, with that, you're going to get a 30-day free trial of our Automate Your Hustle CRM. So Automate Your Hustle CRM, and for those who don't know, CRM is Customer Relationship Manager. It is our all-in-one marketing platform that helps you run all aspects of your business on autopilot. So you're going to be able to, like I said, build out the website there, build out your funnels. In the case of this, we're going to be able to build out your membership funnel, all of the automations and that you need for everything to work, the payment system, and then also the membership area as well, where you'll be able to upload all your content into our platform. And then your users, once they buy, they'll be able to log in and get all the access that you put into your membership offer. You're also going to get recordings to all of the trainings. So all of the 5 days, we're going to have the trainings up for recording for a while. We're going to be, in addition to that, giving you a workbook where every single day, we're going to go have a workbook assigned with particular action items that you need to complete to get to the next step to make sure you're successful. And then also a launch checklist as well. So as I mentioned, we don't want to put anything that's out there that's like buggy. So we're going to give you a checklist of everything that you want to make sure you look at before we put it out there in the world. And of course, you're going to have our tech teams help that entire 5 days. So like I said, my goal is to make tech simple to scale your business. And you might hate tech, but believe me, I'm going to make it simple for you. But you have to help me too. So I always say there is no dumb question. The only question that's dumb is the one that hasn't been asked. So show up and ask through the lens of a 5-year-old. Ask why. And best believe you're going to have a better understanding of everything by the end of those 5 days. And if you want to register, as I mentioned, it's completely for free. So you get free 5 days coaching with us, 30 days of use of our software. If you don't like it after the end of the 30 days, hey, you don't pay anything. But our goal is to make your first sale in that 30 days. So we'll be there with you to the end. If you want to sign up, here is the link on the screen, automateyourhustle.com/challenge-register. Or you can just go to automateyourhustle.com/challenge. They both work. But if you want to drop the link, CJ, we would love to have you.
Yes, I definitely will drop the link on here, and I'm actually going to put it in the description. I'm going to put that there. And if there's any questions, anybody who's watching on any of these platforms, I'm watching the channel, so you guys can just drop any questions. But shout out, excuse me, shout out to me for creating this thumbnail. I know y'all like this thumbnail.
That's a good thumbnail.
I know y'all like that one.
Where did you pull these photos from? That's my question.
So I stole your photo from Facebook. I went into your Facebook. I went to Marquis. I think I got his off Google. I think I put in Automate Your Hustle CRM, and he was just like one of the images, and I don't know how I found that one through
That's
Google.
funny because I took that picture at the library.
And then the background one with the membership funnels, I literally just saw I had used it, so I basically cropped it out, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. That does look like something Marquise would write in the whiteboard.
It does.
So yeah, I mean, we can repurpose that and we can do that. But if you guys, if you're watching the replay, because I know a lot of people watch the replay, it's crazy to me because when I talk about YouTube and we're talking about evergreen content and stuff like that, and I'll be honest with you guys. You guys know, my whole goal, one of the things was to monetize myself on YouTube and do all that, and to just see how literally, first of all, we almost at like 1,100 subscribers. We're almost at 1,100, and like I'll go in here and I'll be like, okay, I see like 5 views, I see like 10 views, and then I'll go back a week later, it's like at 70, and I'm like, whoa, like people watching, and so it's like one of those things. Like in my head, it's like that's why I was like, man, between the content that we're putting out now on multiple platforms, with the websites that I'm creating in a CRM, with the stuff we already got at Fitness on University, I just know like my time is definitely getting tighter, but the money is still it's going to keep rising because of all the automations in place with the CRM. Like literally, like you talked about, Teresa, my website though, with the that's going to be coming, because she pointed at me when you said that, Marquise, the content creator membership site, like that's coming, and all the stuff we're doing with Fitness on University. But even with YouTube, it takes up more of my time. So, but I want to have more things out there that is going to keep building more revenue and keeping income coming. So I'm happy you guys came on, talked about the challenge that I'm in. A lot of people I know are in this challenge. And it's just exciting to see what's to come next, because I know it's going to impact so many other people, and help them make money too. And just, give them their time back. That's the most important thing. Like you said, Teresa, money is one thing, but the time is the most important.
Exactly. Because if you go to work and you work 40 to 50 hours a week, plus then you're trying to build a business, plus you have kids, plus you have to sleep, plus you have to eat, plus you have to work out, plus you have to have mental health, plus you have to do all those other things that fall in line with there, the 24 hours gets cut down a lot. So it's like, how can we do the things we love, plus make money, plus get time back without having and replace our job and to do all the things? And that's what we're here for. I want to make a bigger impact with a bunch of, what did we say, 1,000 business owners by the end of the year, so that not only we can make money, but we want to make money collectively. The more money you guys makes our software even better, because you want to join a software that's helping others win. So, we are here to help others make more money, because that just, the Zig Ziglar, the more people you help, the more money you make. So that's what we're here for. We want people to not be overwhelmed, to know that we have you. We have a team that is 24/7 within the system, and you'll never feel alone when you join the challenge, or even the Automate Your Hustle CRM, because that is our thing. We want to make sure you have the team, the mentorship, the knowledge, the systems, the tools, all the things, and you're not having to pay us 15 grand for it, because what we give you is probably what you're going to pay, a high ticket coach for. Like, we bring that all to you for free through our challenge, and then our free 30-day trial within our CRM.
And by the way, so this is a random thing too, but what do you guys think of StreamYard? Y'all like it? Y'all like StreamYard?
I haven't used StreamYard in so long, and I used to stream all the time on multiple platforms, so that's great. I need to get back. I slacked on my content creation, so but I like your background.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty nice. I mean, it's very, very clean, easy to use. So but it's been a while. I know we definitely used to use it a lot more, but we haven't in a while.
Yeah, you see, I'm having fun with I just do stuff. Like, I was like, I'm a producer, so I just love doing stuff or whatever like that. But let's see, what else is there to cover? Anybody got any questions? I'm looking through here. I'm looking through like literally 5 different platforms. Don't see anything on Instagram. All right, I would say this: if people do have questions, or outside of just sign up for the challenge, where can they reach you guys at?
I'll be at the Teresa Boyce on Instagram.
Yep, and you can find me at Side Hustle Mentor on Instagram. Or at any time, you can just visit our website, automateyourhustle.com. And, we have the ability to, book a call with us through that. But outside of that, to reach us one-on-one, hit us up on the IGs.
And Automate Your Hustle, CRM, Instagram page. Go follow. I know there's nothing there yet, but I promise you there's some stuff coming. I might have a feeling. I have a little feeling. But you guys stay right there. We're about to close this. And even when it drops off, just to say behind the scenes real quick, if you guys haven't already done so, please like the video, subscribe, follow Teresa and Marquise on Instagram and on Facebook, right? They're both on Facebook.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And any last words before we get up out of here?
Overall, dude, it was a blast being here today. Thanks for everybody who jumped on with us live. Thanks for everybody who takes the time to watch the replays. And even if you don't join the challenge, we just hope that you got something out of this, that you can, spark an idea for something that you can do in the future. And then whenever you're ready for help, we are here for you.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you again, CJ, for having us on. I just say, if you have a superpower within you, if you have a drive, a passion of wanting to do something, or you have already started doing it with a business, if you're on here, don't let that die off. So many people let their sparks die and just die with them into the grave because they were so afraid to pursue that. They were afraid to go and do the things. So we want to be inspirational to not only ourselves, but to our children. And we are here to grow and make things better. So don't let that imposter syndrome and all that scared stuff keep you from doing something great. So there's people you can reach out to. Don't be afraid to reach out to them.
Wow. I mean, Teresa, come on now. I'm just... Man, I need Teresa on here more often. I just gotta say that. All right. We will talk to you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. As Cole say, we ain't that big. We'll see you guys later. Peace.